Are you a registered dietitian who is overwhelmed and struggling with the process of compensation for your hourly dietitian employees? If you are, you got to stay for this whole video because I'm going to give you guys my number one hack as a group practice owner for pricing the compensation for my hourly employees. And we're going to use two simple numbers to work through a very simple equation. And it's going to save you guys a ton of aggravation when it comes to run payroll. So the two simple numbers you're going to need is the amount of money you want to pay the dietitian per clinical hour, so per client facing hour. And then we need to know the second number, which is your non-client facing hours, so the administrative time. So I'm going to use a simple example. Once again, these numbers can significantly change based on a dietitian's experience, where you live, what you're expecting them to do. But I'm going to use two simple numbers to drive the point home. And I'm going to use the value of we are hiring a brand new dietitian to our team. She is completely green. She just graduated from her internship. And we are going to start her off as a base of $35 per hour. Okay. So that's amount number one. Amount number two is what are we going to pay her for administrative time? Administrative time would be charting, documentation, calling patients if needed, corresponding with patients, as well as meetings. Okay. In my practice, we compensate at $21 an hour for the administrative side. So we have $35 an hour and we have $21 per hour, right? You guys are following me. So two separate times. What a lot of dietitians do is they have the dietitians record time for both. So they have them record their clinical hours and they have them record their non-client facing hours. What I have found is much more simple, is just to come up with one hourly rate. Once again, this is not for salaried employees. This is for part-time hourly employees, because it is so much easier to simplify the process. So administrative time is really the big piece for my hourly dietitians, is charting. In my practice right now, we provide 15 minutes of time for every 1 hour spent. So if we take that $21 per hour and we divide it by 4, we get $5.25 to basically write that note. So what we then do is we just add the hourly rate, which is $35 an hour, plus the $5.50, and we arrive at one single hourly rate, which is $40.25. That way, when I go to run payroll, I really just need to see the time spent counseling patients face-to-face, because I have already factored in the time in which it takes to chart. With that being said, I record all time because that is required. So all time your dietitians are on the clock, that needs to be recorded in a timekeeping schedule. I believe we use a time tracking one in Gusto. So we're capturing everything, because in the event that the labor board came in, they would want to see those records. But just to simplify a payroll, if you come up with one number, and your number probably will look different than mine, we take the clinical time and the non-clinical time and we just marry them. So we have one hourly rate versus having to keep track of lots of moving pieces. So hopefully this simplifies the process for you. These are things that we go deep into. So I have a whole module on compensation. So I did not pull that $35 out of my ass, but I work through with you guys. I'm there with you working through compensation, what it needs to look like, benefits, what benefits you have to offer, part-time versus full-time. So all of those things. But today I just wanted to give you that one simple hack. Just come up with one hourly rate. And in that one hourly rate, include the charting time and the client-facing time. Peace.